Right, hello. So I've got these new tubs. I'm going to be trying to rehouse some slings. Uh, Stay tuned to see how badly this goes. So I'm not going to be zooming in or doing anything technical, but one of these will be for the OBT and the other one will be for the Borneo Black. Now, they are quite tall tubs with a fair bit of substrate for a sling. As you can see, I've already added some moisture so they can have something to drink. I'm upgrading them just because these little things here, just a little bit hard to actually get to the spider. As you can see, like the spider, I think you can just see the Borneo Black, like there. It's just a little bit hard to get in there, and obviously they're old world tarantulas, so I don't really want to be bit by them. So if I get them in something bigger that I can still see through because it's clear, then it should mean that I can maintain them a little bit easier. The Borneo Black hasn't eaten a meal for me yet. However, the OBT has eaten a bit of a dead mealworm. So the OBT's eaten. The Borneo Black's going to be eating tomorrow with the OBT again. I'm going to be getting some small mealworms and cutting the head off, dropping them in, letting them eat it, because obviously they liquefy the food. So they don't really need it to be small, and you can't really overfeed a sling as long as there's enough substrate, which there definitely is in these enclosures. I've done this enough now to realise that that is definitely enough substrate. You might be able to see this viv here. This needs more substrate. This is my first ever attempt. I've upgraded since then. There's 2 enclosures to the other side, and this is either going to go very poorly or very well. I'm honestly not sure. I've also got my trusty little paintbrush waiting. They are only slings. I know they can move rapidly, but we will see how this goes. So I think I'm going to put the Borneo Black in the one with the less substrate, because they are technically an arboreal species. The OBT is terrestrial, but there's an argument to prove that they could be semi-arboreal, as they do in fact climb in the bushes in the wild up to, I think it's like 1 or 2 feet off the ground. So like something like this, like a Kari's got to be perfect for the OBT when it's bigger. But for the time being, these are going in here. So let's give it a go. So we're going to open the enclosure and hopefully not tear the webs off. And oh, okay. Let's do this. So the web tore. So I spooked it a little bit. It is on the edge right here. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to rotate this just a little bit. And we're going to just guide it out without, because this is tiny, which is the problem here. I've also, actually, wait, let me get the tongs. Where the flipping hell are they? Ah, they're right in front. I already had them prepared, so I can remove the lid and the enclosure without getting my hands in there. So where are you? There you are. Come on. No, don't go further in. So this is really hard to see, this one right now, because it's obviously the Borneo Black. The OBT should be a little bit easier to see, but it's also... Right, I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to try and get this out, because this is a pain in the ass, and I'm going to need a torch. I will tell you what happens in just a moment. Right, so I didn't get to film that, because it's been a pain in the ass. But I have rehoused this Borneo Black. Now the Borneo Black is actually burrowed, which I wasn't expecting, but it's right there. You can't see it on the camera, but I can just about see its leg, and it should be completely fine in here. I'm going to make another air hole in a second, and I'm going to check on the tarantula later, and hopefully it's come out so I can see how it's doing. But that is one rehome. We're now going to try and do the OBT, and hopefully I can film this one and won't have to use the torch, as it's a little bit of a brighter animal. Let me get my other glove on, because even though they don't have urticating hairs, or however you say it, and I know obviously the fangs will go through this, but keeps me at peace of mind. These are my first like proper old world tarantulas. These are the 2 complicated ones, and I've got them as babies. I don't know what went through my head when I got these. I absolutely adore these tarantulas, and I will have to rehouse them again probably relatively soon, because they do grow very quickly. in the first few years of having them. So let's hope this goes better. I'm also, just before anyone of you say anything, I will be adding like a leaf or something, or maybe a tiny bit of cork bark in here after I've rehoused them, but I just want to give them a little bit more water and some proper food in here, and rather than them escaping. I know technically I should have done it first, but I will be very careful and I will add that after. It will be added. Also, when they get older, they'll have a water bowl and it won't be just drinking off the droplets off the side. But for the time being, they're just going to be in this, and they're going to be moved out of the way so they're not stressed. I'm hoping the Borneo Black comes out soon so I can have a look at it. I'm hoping the OBT is a little bit more friendly than the Borneo Black, because this brush did fuck all for me. I put the brush in and it ran up the bastard thing, so I just had to put the brush in and then kind of use the tongs and kind of scoop its butt in without it biting the tongs, which was a whole other pain in the ass. I had to get my fiance to come in and basically shine a torch because the Borneo Black is so dark I couldn't actually see it. So now let's have a look at where the OBT... So the OBT is going to be a bit of a bigger pain because, as you can see there, it's up on the side. But the OBT is also smaller, so I'm hoping that means it has smaller fangs, right? Right? Oh, fuck me, this is not going to be fun. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the lid off over here, rest it in there, usher the OBT out, take the capsule out. So let's see if I can get the OBT to come out. So actually, if you look while it's in here, you might be able to see if I move this out of the way. You might be able to see in the middle. It's a little bit hard to focus on now. See that little like dark bit? That little dark bit is a bit of a mealworm. Okay, I'm pissing it off. So let's just get this done. Stop being a bitch about it and just get it done there. Okay. That was not as scary as the Borneo Black. So let's take the capsule lid out there and let's get the brush. So now we're going to turn it so you can see what I'm doing. So the OBT right now is on this side of the enclosure. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to put this paintbrush in here and we're going to try and usher it out without scaring it or hurting it. Oh, you're way friendlier than the Borneo Black. Wow. Come on. There you go. And then slowly move this. That is the OBT. Wow. Right, before it bolts, let me put the lid on. But that was so much easier. Wow. Let's have a look. So you'll be able to see it. Actually, I'll take the lid off and show you in a second. Hold on. Right, I'll be ready to catch it. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to flip the camera around 2 seconds. Right, so now the torch is on. You can see the little OBT there. It's a dark phase, I believe, is what someone called it. Looks stunning under the light there. You can see the orange abdomen. It's very cool. And then the Borneo Black is underneath all that humidity there. I will get a better video of that and upload it as a shorts. That is the orange bitey thing, the OBT. Wow. That's actually genuinely a very friendly OBT. You can see the bit of a mealworm there, so it's food still in there, so I'll give it some fresh food soon. But this will probably web up this entire enclosure. It's a very cool species of tarantula. And while I'm here, so I don't want it to get out, so I'll stick the lid back on. But this is a tarantula video, so I will show you Akari, which is my T Albo. She is still a juvenile, but she'll get a lot bigger. I'll show you Ian, who you can't see, but he's back there. And I will show you Loki. Who that, which is an A Simani. She's getting big. She molted not too long ago. She's eaten a few times and she's getting big. She's actually quite nice as well for a Costa Rican zebra, but those knees are beautiful. But yeah, that is the rehousing of 2 slings, and these will be just there out of the way. Thank you for watching if you got this far. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and laugh at my terror. I'm gonna go we'll make some more air holes in these tubs. And yeah, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. So I shall see you next time. Goodbye.